Connecticut. He's going to roll out right. He's going to motion. He's going to go to the end zone. It's going to be caught. They're going to say touchdown. Oh my goodness, Connor Lane.
It's week 4 in the Connecticut high school football season, and tonight the visiting undefeated Darien Blue Wave will take on the 1-2 Norwalk Bears at Sam Testa Field on the campus of Norwalk High School. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Joining alongside my broadcasting partner, Thomas Aponte. I'm Liam Tomaszewski. And Thomas, this Darien team coming off a nice win against Fairfield Prep Jesuits last week, defeating them 10-2. And overall, what do you think we're going to see here tonight?
I think we're going to continue to see Darien's dominant defense that we've seen all season that has consistently made the big plays needed to propel this team to their 3-0 start. With their ability to force turnovers, suffocate the run, and maintain constant pressure on quarterbacks, they've been an unstoppable force that has been the driving force to this team's winning ways.
Yeah, and indeed it is. And as for the Norwalk Bears, they've had a tougher start to the 2023 season, starting the season off with a nice win, but currently on a 2-game losing streak. And overall, what do you think the Bears are going to do to come out with the win?
The Norwalk team is going to have to get their offense going today. In their past game against Wilton in week 2, they had an abysmal -11 rushing yards, and they lost 48-0. So they're going to have to figure out how to get their running game going, as well as their defense will need to step up against this Darien offense, and they'll need to win the turnover battle so they can give their own offense the extra opportunities to score.
Indeed is. Now looking again at the Darien Blue Wave, they had a defensive special last week, putting up 3 sacks and 4 interceptions, and had their lone touchdown, a pick 6 from junior linebacker Ben Curtis. However, Darien's offense has been quiet so far, only having 1 passing touchdown on the year, and we haven't seen the production from the Wave offense that we normally see. So overall, what does Darien have to do differently on the offensive play call?
Darien does a nice job using the width of the field. They have lacked in their ability to vertically stretch defenses. They have become much too predictable now after 2 weeks with their constant running of screens, short bootlegs, inside runs, and quick quarterback options. Defenses now know what's coming, and it's time for Darien to trust the ability of both their quarterbacks to accurately throw the ball more than just 5 yards, as well as the ability and size of the receivers to make catches down the field. Establishing a running game will help with this, as it will open up the opportunity for play action.
Indeed, this, of course, this Friday afternoon, the weather has been abysmal here in southwestern Connecticut and the northeast region as a whole. Of course, you see our weather radar, red, a lot of green and yellow, heavy thunderstorms and showers all throughout the day. So overall, how do you think the weather is going to have an effect on this game?
It's going to have the biggest effect on passing game. It's going to be really hard for quarterbacks to grip the ball and make accurate passes every single time. Also, so a lot of teams are going to have to, both teams are going to have to trust the running games here, as well as runners and receivers need to make sure that they're holding onto the ball well, as it's going to be slippery.
Indeed it is, and just getting the weight in here, both of these teams getting ready for this FCIAC matchup. Darien's first away game on the year after the North Haven game forfeit. And another big FCIAC showdown at Sam Testa Field. Darien trying to show their dominance, trying to go 4-0 on the year. And the Darien captains coming out to meet at midfield. Jack Stewart, Clifton Shelton, Briggs McGuckin, Jack Silsby. And both these teams have a lot of storied history in the FCIAC. And overall, this game going to be a good one here at Testa Field. And Darien's been dominant against this Norwalk team in the recent years, so Norwalk going to try to come out with the upset today.
Yeah, they're going to have to really work hard for this one. Been struggling the past 2 games, having scored 0 points in the last 2 weeks, but I think that if they play tough here and they play hard, they have a chance.
The handshakes from the captains. And both these teams excited to play here for Friday Night Lights in late September.
Despite the rain, the energy is still high. Both teams fired up in their huddles right now.
And the beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner here at Testa Field on the campus of Norwalk High School. And we go into the Norwalk team's sideline huddle. Of course, new face on the bench for Norwalk, the ex-Darien head coach Mike Forget coming in to coach the Bears this year. 2-year head coach at Darien, of course, winning state championship back in 2021, bringing a lot of experience to this Bears team.
Yeah, he's a great asset for the Bears to have this year. He has a lot of skill, knows how to coach, and he's had a lot of success in the past, and he's going to look to bring that here this season.
The team's getting ready to kick it off. Darien starting on the receiving end. Norwalk going to kick it off to start this Friday night contest. And we are underway here. Squib kick will be returned from the Blue Wave and get ready to go on their offensive pursuit. Darien getting in their offensive huddle. Of course, the Darien Blue Wave coming out there from senior cornerback number 17, Declan Cunningham, bringing experience. He had saw a lot of action in last week's game against Fairfield Prep Jesuits, so you can see his stats up on the board. 0 passing touchdowns, but he knows how to use his feet out there in the field.
Yeah, he's a great runner as well as a quarterback. So way he's able to escape the pocket and find the holes and great take a space upfield is really impressive.
Darien from the first play from scrimmage. They'll hand it off to Clifton Shelton, and he will be swallowed up on the first play. Nice job by the Norwalk defense.
It's a crucial tackle for a loss there for Norwalk, getting Darien behind the sticks early, as Darien will definitely want to try to get this running game going here.
Tackle there from Norwalk, Antonio Rivera Jr., senior safety on this Bears squad. Darien losing yardage, and 2nd and 16 now. Cunningham with Bonner in the backfield. He will hand it off to the wide receiver run, and he will get there for a little gain, about 1 or 2 yards. Looks like Darien will gain 1 on that play, and we'll have the 3rd and long on their first drive of the game. Darien, big 3rd down, of course. A few faithfuls coming out to watch this game. Of course, a very rainy day on both benches, or both sidelines, excuse me, Darien and Norwalk. Cunningham looking for room. He's going to hand it off, he will throw that, and that will be incomplete. Looks like he was trying to find Connor Lane on that throw, and we'll bring up Darien's 4th down.
Yeah, Norwalk defense had that screen covered off there. That 3rd and 15 is definitely not the situation that Darien wants to find themselves in on their first drive or any drive at that. They're going to need to make sure that they make their 3rd downs very manageable, or this is going to be a rough game for them going forward.
Indeed it is. The ball is going to be coming off a lot slippery, of course, with the slickness outside, so wide receivers and quarterbacks going to have to get that feel for that ball early in the game. As Darien's punt unit will come on out. Senior kicker number 99, Anson Sikora. Sikora retaining at punt. Now go past midfield. Reception from the Bears. We'll get a little bit more. About 2 or 3 yards on that one. Turn from number 1, Savas Kodonas, one of the senior captains on this team.
It's a nice punt there, but either way, Norwalk's still going to get good field position here to start their first drive. I'll be interested to see what they do with it and if they can score early and make a statement early.
And we see Norwalk quarterback Mason Rena coming out, the junior. Had some good stats so far this year. And he will get his first play from scrimmage here for the Bears. Of course, 2 passing touchdowns on the year, but the glaring thing on that statistically is the 5 interceptions throughout the 3 games that the Bears have played.
Yeah, he's going to need to find a way to protect the ball better. It's going to be a little tricky tonight with the rain, but if he can manage it, it's going to help this Norwalk team out a lot.
Rena, lots of motion from their flag, easily thrown. See which side that foul was on. Looks like both teams were in motion early.
Looks like a false start there.
And so that one will be going back, false start on the Bears from their first play of scrimmage. No, 1st and 15 from the Bears. And swallowed up there from the Darien D. Huge play from Darien and taking in the sack.
It's a nice break of the offensive line there by Darien. And that's going to put them in a great situation defensively here on 2nd and long.
Yeah, so 2nd and long for the Wave. That was Carter Hagan, the big unit on the sack. It'll be his 2nd sack of the season. And now 2nd and 20 for the Bears. Rena, 2 receivers out to his right, 3 to his left. Rena he will hand it off to his running back. We'll get maybe about 4 or 5 yards on that one.
It's good positive yardage there on the run. Unfortunately, with the sack and the penalty, it's still going to be 3rd and long, but if they can do that from the outset on 1st down, that's going to really be helpful for this Norwalk offense going forward.
And so Jaden Diaz in the backfield for the Norwalk Bears, taking in that carry, and we'll bring up another 3rd and 17. Norwalk on the play call. Needing the big yardage on this play. Trying to evade the Darien defenders. Arena looking back under pressure. And again, he will be taken down for a monstrous loss.
That's a big sack for this Darien defense. It's going to help them now on the offense side of the ball by pushing this punt back and it's going to give them even better field position as their offense will come back on the field.
Senior captain Jack Silsby all over that sack and bringing up a 4th and 30 for the Bears and bringing out their punt team.
Another thing this weather is going to do tonight is it's going to make fielding punts very difficult, as they're going to have to make sure that they really get under the ball here and track it well.
Norwalk kicking it. Ball sky high. Low visibility as that one will bounce. That one will go to about the 37-yard line, bringing up Darien their second field possession. Of course, you got the glaring lights here at Testa Field, the mist in the air. Very nice ambiance on this Friday evening. And if you're the Darien offense, this is the game on the schedule that you want to prove that your offense can handle pretty much the test of just with the 2 new quarterbacks, the new senior captain running back. I mean, this is the game you want to put numbers on the board.
Yeah, this is definitely a game where Darien wants to show how much their offense can shine against a Norwalk team that's not really considered to be the best defense they're going to go against.
Darien with the run game will get down to about the 41-yard line. And that was going to be Declan Cunningham taking it himself.
And getting that offense is going to get started with just getting those consistent yards every single play. You know, those 4 or 5 yard chunk plays. It's going to really help them here and really help them get into a rhythm.
So 2nd and 7 for the Wave. Cunningham and Shelton in the backfield. Cunningham snaps it, hands it off to Shelton, and he will be taken down for about a gain of 3. Of course, the run game, we haven't seen a lot of the run game from Darien. Of course, in their second game against the Brian McMahon Senators, saw Clifton Shelton come in for a rushing touchdown. But since then, we've not seen much action from him.
Yeah, Fairfield Prep did a really nice job last week holding that Darien rushing game. They'll definitely look to get this rushing game going here nice and early today, especially with the rain. Shelton is a great running back, power running back, who can really make his way through defenses. So it'll be a very key part of their game today.
A big 3rd down from Darien, 3rd and 6. See the big tight end Kevin Roche out to Cunningham's right. Lane and motion. Cunningham handing off to Shelton, and he's got nowhere to go. Lots of Bears defensive linemen all over him.
Looks like there was just a little bit of a mess up on the handoff there. It's a little bit delayed getting to Shelton there, which made his progress going forward.
Jaden Baker for the Bears on the D line all over to put Shelton down, and Darien punt team will come out again. Another 4th down for the Wave. Snapped high, Sikora. His kick will go. Norwalk looking for it. Both teams looking to pick it up, and will be downed by Darien at about the 17-yard line.
It's a nice punt there. Put Norwalk back inside their own 20 there.
And Anson Sikora, the senior kicker, saw him in the game against Fairfield Prep, making a lot of short punts, and then got his first field goal on the year at the end of the game in the 4th quarter. So a lot of high hopes for Darien senior kicker Anson Sikora.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent on punts, and they give him a good protection, and as well as made that nice field goal to secure them the win last week.
So Rena and the Norwalk Bears on another offensive pursuit. Rena will hand it off. And again, he will be tackled down by the Darien defensive line. Again, Jaden Diaz on the run. Oh, Bears and the Wave lining up. 2nd down and 10. Rena handing it off again. We'll get a nice little lane, but we'll be down. He'll get about a gain of 3. Nice little run there from Jaden Diaz.
Yeah, that little bit of yards there is definitely going to help here on this 3rd down, make it a little more manageable, but Norwalk's probably going to be forced to throw the ball here on 3rd and 7. Let's see how they do here.
And another 3rd down for the Bears. Both these teams have not gotten their energy on these 3rd downs. Both teams 0 for 2.
Darien showing pressure once again.
Darien showing blitz. Diaz in motion. Rena looking back. He's going to take it himself. He's got a nice lane up the middle, but will be brought down. And Jack Silsby all over that one, and we'll be about 4 or 5 yards short of the 1st down marker.
It's a nice job by Silsby picking up that quarterback run, seeing that he was going for that lane and stopping him right there as he got past the line of scrimmage.
Rena, short snap, kick going squib, and Norwalk looking to down it at about the 46-yard line.
Took a pretty friendly roll there for Norwalk, despite the poor kick there, but didn't really get it off the snap very well as it hit the ground before it got to the punter there.
So Darien on their offensive pursuit. Cunningham. He's got Rooney next to him on the left. Rooney in motion going out. Cunningham looking to find Roche, and that will be incomplete.
It's a nice break up there by Cadones, the safety.
So again, Darien trying to get that play call. Haven't seen pretty much a good play from them in the air so far this game.
Yeah, again, their offense has been struggling so far in these first 3 possessions here. They're going to need to find a way to turn around because their defense will definitely continue to hold up.
Cunningham. Again, trying to find the long ball. That one will be hauled in by Will Bonner. Nice play there from the Darien offense.
Nice catch there across the middle from Bonner. Nice job by Cunningham finding him through the defense as Bonner creates space off his man.
A nice gain there from the Blue Wave. And a 1st down and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. Cunningham, 2 men in the backfield. Cunningham, he will look for it. Throws it, nice little pass to Charlie Tom. And Tom will bring it in for a Darien 1st down.
It's a really nice play design there. Got Tom very open and a lot of yards ahead of him, and that's going to be great yards there to pick up the 1st down and set him up very nicely there on the edge of the red zone.
And Charlie Tom, we've seen him on the run game in the tight end position, sharing time with also junior tight end Kevin Roche. As Cunningham will fake the throw, he will hand it off to Shelton, who again, the Norwalk defensive line there to make the right play.
Yeah, both the Darien's tight ends so far this year have been really good targets for their quarterbacks. They've been showing themselves really well and getting themselves open and making them using their size and ability to catch the ball to make plays.
So Cunningham in the wave, 2nd down and 9. Cunningham looking out, he's going deep into the end zone, looking for Roche. But great coverage from the Norwalk Bears secondary. Roche trying to use that height to his advantage on that one, but Great play from the Norwalk secondary. That was number 6, Antonio Rivera Jr.
Yeah, Rivera Jr. had them very nicely covered there. The ball was just slightly overthrown, but maybe for the best, as Roche didn't really have the space.
And Cunningham, 2 receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. Shelton in the backfield. Cunningham faking the handoff to Shelton. He's running it with himself to the left side. He's got a nice lane going by the goal line, and he will score. Darien, touchdown. Declan Cunningham, the 18-yard rush, and Darien will go up 6-0.
It was a great job evading the pressure there from Cunningham and finding the open space. Nice block by Shelton off the side there as you saw Cunningham taking off to run. Really set up that lane for him to finish off that play.
Excellent play calling from the Darien Blue Wave offensive unit.
That's a great step for this offense in this game, converting in the red zone, something they failed to do last game as they struggled to even just get in the red zone and did not come away with a touchdown.
Anson Sikora on the PAT. He's 100% on PATs this year, and he will bring that up, and Darien going up 7-0. So the Blue Wave up 7-0 with 1:41 left to go in this first quarter.
It's a very strong offensive drive there from Darien. Finally, after 2 weeks, hopefully they can continue to take that momentum going forward on offense and just continue to move the ball and pile on these points.
Now you've been watching this game on the DAF Media Network, joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. So glad you could be here and watch this great high school varsity football game at Testa Field. And Darien getting ready to set the kick. So Sikora getting ready for the kick. Sikora, one of the deeper kicks we've seen this year from him. And that one will go back in the end zone for a touchback. Great to see Anson Sikora using those legs to his advantage and getting that touchback for the Wave.
Yeah, he's been a really solid kicker for them all season, especially on extra points. Just it's a great way to finish drives, and it's a nice kickoff to start off for their defense.
Indeed, is Sikora 5 for 5 on PATs. This will be the 3rd game played for the Blue Wave, 4th game on their schedule as the Bears getting ready for the offensive push. Rena, he will hand it off to Diaz and blocked again by that Darien defensive line.
Yeah, the Darien defensive line staying very strong up front, not letting much past them so far, as Norwalk's having trouble just picking up first downs here in this game so far.
The 2nd down and 11 for the Bears. Trying to figure out the right play calling. Rena, receivers out to his right and left. Getting it ready for the big 2nd and 11. He's got the snap. He's going to take it himself, evading Darien defenders, but here comes the train of them, and it will take him down for a loss.
It was a nice job by Rena keeping his legs moving there. He tried to escape the pressure, but unfortunately for him, Darien defense just came swarming to take him down.
So time running out going into this first quarter of action.
Norwalk will have to snap the ball for one final play here as the play clock winds down.
And the play clock at 15, game clock at 17. Mason Rena. He's got the snap looking for an open receiver, and he's got one. Get a nice gain on that one. Looks like that was number 16 for the Norwalk Bears. 16, Phoenix Diurno, the sophomore, and that will bring us to the end of first quarter in regulation. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back in the DAF Media Network for the start of the second quarter of play here at Sam Testa Field. And we are back here live in the DAF Media Network, getting ready for the start of the second quarter of play here. Sam Testa Field between the visiting Darien Blue Wave and the home team of the Norwalk Bears. And Thomas, overall, what did you see throughout the first quarter of play from the Blue Wave?
We continue to see their great defense, holding Norwalk to very minimal yardage there. And we saw their offense finally start to get going after 2 weeks of being pretty dormant. It was a really nice touchdown drive there for the offense. Let's see if they can continue that, as they look like they're about to get the ball back here on this punt.
And so 4th down and 6, the Bears getting their punt ready. Low snap, trying to recover that, and will be a short punt. And Darien just going to let Norwalk down that one. Darien's number 7, Ryan Gerlamo, they're looking for it, but nevertheless, the Bears will down that one.
It's another decent punt there from Norwalk off the bad snap and get a nice roll there. But still a decent field position for the Darien offense.
And so the Darien offense up 7-0. And here comes out the unit led by senior cornerback Declan Cunningham.
The passing game seemed to work really well last drive on the touchdown. Let's see if they continue to go with it and try to target these big wide receivers and tight ends.
So Declan Cunningham in the QB spot. Got Kevin Roche out to his left. Bonner in motion. Cunningham looking to the backfield, trying to find open receiver of Connor Lane, and he will get it for about a gain of 5.
It's a nice catch there by Lane, going down and getting it below the waist. Those are crucial yards on 1st down.
Of course, Lane had that big catch against Brian McMahon Senators, as Clifton Shelton will run that ball. He will get a nice gain on that one.
Darien's still struggling with the run so far here, but if they keep working at it, they should be able to break something through, as now 3rd and manageable comes up.
3rd and manageable, indeed 3rd and 4. Saw Darien on their last offensive drive complete on 3rd down, so another big attempt from the Wave. So 3rd and 4, Rooney in motion, handing it off, and that will be a 1st down for Darien. Nice handoff there. And that was number 86, Charlie Tom, on the rush.
There's a nice run they were looking for. You get them the yardage they needed to get the 1st down there. Charlie Tom using his size there to push past defenders and keep pushing this Darien defense forward, or Darien offense forward.
So Cunningham again. The big guns of those wide receivers coming out. Darien offense rolling, 1st and 10. Cunningham fakes the handoff to Shelton. He's running it out to his right, going to take it himself, and he's got a nice pocket. More than a 1st down. He's got about a gain of 15. And a nice play from Darien. He will cross the 40-yard line and will run out of bounds at about the 37.
It's another nice run there for 1st down by Cunningham. Again, set up by a block from a guy downfield. It was Connor Lane that time with the block, giving them the open lane to pick up more than just 5 or 7 yards, and gets about 12 on that play.
A nice play from Darien. 2 receivers to Cunningham's left. Tom in motion. Cunningham handing it off to Shelton. Shelton's got a nice lane for rush, and will be down. He will easily get the 1st down. And a nice play there from the Blue Wave offense.
It's a nice play call there. Good hold from the offensive line. And some of the secondary there got caught out by the fake screen there on the right side. It's a good job taking advantage of that.
Cunningham looking back, evading the Norwalk Bears defense. He's going to take it himself, and he will get pretty much back to the line of scrimmage. We've seen Darien make a lot of quick offensive plays. They haven't really held up on the past, like, 2 or 3 plays.
Yeah, they've been going pretty much no-huddle offense here, trying to catch this Norwalk team off guard here and trying to show that their physical fitness and stamina is superior here.
And we will get the first timeout here from head coach Mike Forget's Norwalk Bears. And Thomas, what do you think Forget is talking about in that huddle?
I think he's just trying to keep his defense in and keep his defense calm, trying to tell them that, you know, now as they get closer here, it's going to be easier to defend against this passing game. But they got to be able to maintain Cunningham in the pocket here. He's making a lot of great plays with his legs, even on plays that aren't designed runs. So they just got to make sure that they keep getting pressure on him and that they make sure they wrap him up right when they get the opportunity to in the backfield.
Indeed it is. We saw some nice rushes from Clifton Shelton and Declan Cunningham as the likes of the Darien offense trotting back out onto the field. Have nice field position at about the 25-yard line. Cunningham with Rooney in the backfield. We've seen Rooney in motion a lot. Going out to his left, Cunningham finding Rooney. He's got a nice pocket open. Nice lane in the touchdown. That will be a touchdown, Darien.
Nice blocking again up front from the other wide receivers there. Haven't seen Rooney too much in this offense so far, but that's a really nice play by him off the wide receiver screen, taking that space upfield and breaking the tackle to get in the end zone there at the end.
Number 16, John Rooney, bringing it in for Darien. And the Blue Wave will go up 13-0. And Sikora getting ready for his second PAT attempt of the day. Where's that graphic? He is 6 for 6 on PATs as Sikora brings it up for his 7th made. So 14-0 lead from the Blue Wave early in the second quarter of play. And Thomas, what'd you like from the Norwalk Bears to increase their defense throughout the rest of this game?
Like I just said earlier, they need to try to make sure that they contain Cunningham there in the pocket, but also their secondary is getting fooled a little bit from fakes on the other side of the field, and that's leaving a lot of space open on the side that the ball is on. So they have to make sure that they're tracking the ball well out of the backfield so they can make sure that the runners and receivers of Darien don't have enough space upfield to make the big plays.
And it is for Darien. We haven't heard John Rooney's name a lot this season. Only really has 1 or 2 catches on the year, but right there, reeling in his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, it was a big play for him there.
And Darien getting ready to kick it off. Just over 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Sikora, that one going up again, a deeper kick. That one caught by Norwalk, bobbled a little bit, and he's got a great lane. Moving that one over to the right sideline. He's still going, and he will be downed at about Darien's 49-yard line. Huge play on the special teams from the Norwalk Bears.
Yes, a huge play indeed there for Norwalk. It's going to set their offense up really nicely. Hopefully that gives a little bit of a momentum shift here as they've gone down early here, 14-0. A really nice job identifying the space there as all the Darien tacklers went all the way to the right side of the field for the beginning of that play.
That was number 15 on the Bears, sophomore wide receiver Kevin Gordon, using all that speed. Of course, special teams, one of the most important aspects of football. As Rena takes the snap, looking to his left and right, being called up by Silsby on the pressure, and that one just out of the hands of the Darien defense.
Oh, you don't see the Darien defense drop many of those. That would have been a big play after the big kickoff return there for Norwalk. That's got to be pretty crushing there for Darien defense, but let's see how they bounce back here on this next play.
And that was Darien senior linebacker Walker Brown looking for his first defensive action. This one, of course, the ball is going to be slippery Of course, with all the rain throughout the day in the forecast. So Rena on another opportunity, 2nd down and 10. 8:44 left to go before halftime. Rena being pressured again on the blitz, finds an open man and will be tackled down very close to the 1st down marker. Again, that was Phoenix Diornio, sophomore wide receiver.
It's a nice throw by Rena there, getting it quickly off to his wide receiver.
Of course, Darien up 14-0 in this game.
Oh, it looks like a little miscommunication there from Rena and his wide receiver. His wide receiver went towards the inside of the field, and Rena threw to the outside. It's an unfortunate error there by this Norwalk offense. It'll bring up 2nd down here.
So 2nd down and 10. Miscommunication there from the Norwalk Bears offense. I mean, we've seen this Norwalk Bears offense make a lot of good plays so far, but in order to win this game, I mean, they have to limit their overall mistakes.
Yeah, they're going to have to continue to string big plays together. We really only have like one per drive, so just making sure they can get them consistently going here is what's going to build drives and build scores.
So Mason Rena with the snap. Gets a nice little pocket, but lost for a 1. So both teams talking about it. 3rd down and 9.
It's a big 3rd down for Norwalk here. Conversion will put them at least right on the edge of the red zone.
Rena looking to the right sideline. He's got a completion there from his wide receiver. Looks like that was number 5, Jeremiah Scott, senior captain. But again, looks like that's going to be 4th down and 3 from the Bears.
Looks like the offense is staying out there. So we're going to try to convert this 4th down. It's probably a little too close for field goal, a little too long for field goal, a little too close for a punt.
So the Bears going for on 4th down. 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Rena, again, short pass out. Looks like he faked the throw on that one, took it himself. And again, really short of that 1st down marker.
It's a nice coverage there from the secondary, taking away the passing lane that Rena was looking for. Nice job by the defense line to get into Rena and not let him have too much time to make an adjustment, look for other receivers.
I'm not sure, taking a look at that one. Looked like the ball might have been a little bit out on that one, but nevertheless, Darien gets a 1st down and 10. And the likes of the Darien offense coming out. Norwalk Bears defense has to hold. Overall, we've seen a lot of big plays from the Darien offense this game. Cunningham in the backfield. Finding a nice big throw out to his right, looking for Roche, and that throw will just go long.
It's better pressure there from Norwalk on that play, but unable to get to Cunningham and really rush him out too far, but we'll see if they can keep it up.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Wave. Seen a lot of great offensive plays from them so far. Making a lot of goals to put numbers on the board in the offensive terms. Cunningham, again, looking out, finding Bonner. Bonner trying to break a tackle, and you'll get about a gain of 1 or 2.
It's a nice job there on this drive so far from Norwalk's defense, forcing this 3rd and long. See if they can continue to stop the Darien defense and get the ball back. Looks like holding there on offense, actually.
So there's going to be a penalty against the Blue Wave. Holding will be called, and the Blue Wave will be moving back. Nice eye there by our color commentator, Thomas Ponte, of course, the football expert, bringing us expertise on everything. Cunningham, Luke Caesar in motion behind him. He's going to do a pass behind him, and that will be dropped. And Caesar again throwing it. Not sure if they're... Very odd play from the Blue Wave. Of course, the refs are just going to call that one down. That I think Caesar thought that one was a fumble. So he recovered that ball, tried to throw it down the field to Connor Lane, but he couldn't do anything. Ref called that ball incomplete.
Yeah, I think the pass from Caesar was legal there, as it was a lateral throw in the backfield. Unfortunately there for Darien, unable to come up with that big play, as that would have been really something there to come up with a big yardage there out of nothing.
And so Darien coming out with these new plays in the offensive playbook. Haven't seen a play like that with the backwards lateral to the wide receiver, but nevertheless, 3rd down and 20 for the Wave. Cunningham again with Clifton Shelton. Cunningham fake handing off Clifton Shelton. That ball is loose. Going to be down in the pit of offensive line and defensive line. And it looks like Darien will recover that one, and the punt team coming out.
It's an interesting look there from Norwalk on that, defensively there, as they brought a lot of pressure and didn't leave a lot of men back there on 3rd and 20, but ended up working out their way as Cunningham lost the football.
It is Darien trying to limit their mistakes on offense. We've seen them make a lot of good plays so far in the 1st and 2nd quarters. And overall, with Norwalk coming on the offensive drive, what do you think they're going to have to do?
Norwalk is going to have to try to just get their passing game going. They haven't passed too much. They didn't pass too much in the 1st quarter. They've started to do a little more in the 2nd quarter, and they've looked a lot better with it. Unfortunately, they kind of wait till 3rd down to try to get that passing going, and they really only get 5 yards on a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. So if they can start earlier on 1st down, I think they could definitely pick up nice yardage and keep this ball moving.
So Anson Sikora for the Blue Wave, punting it on 4th down. And now the Norwalk Bears get nice field possession on Darien's 42-yard line. Of course, you're watching this game on the DAF Media Network, joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. So glad you could be here. Liam Tomaszewski, Thomas Aponte, the campus of Norwalk High School at Sam Testa Field. As Mason Rena getting ready for the snap. Rena, again, pressure by the Blue Wave. And nice tackles there from Darien. Looks like that was number 5, Ben Curtis, the junior linebacker, getting the first touch on that one.
This is a nice blitz there from Darien. Blew right past the offensive line of Norwalk as they failed to pick up the extra pressure. And that's going to wipe out Norwalk's good field position there, as it's going to put them 2nd and long.
Yeah, so Norwalk going 2nd and 20, losing 10 yards on that one. Rena, 2 receivers out to his left, 2 to his right. Rena looking for it, running out to his right, trying to evade the Darien defense, and again being caught up there. A lot of Darien defenders all over him.
Again, another great job by this Darien defense, keeping the pressure on as their secondary stays strong down the field and takes away any sort of passing areas for Rena.
3rd and 22 for the Bears. On that last play, looks like Darien number 92, Will Barber, going in to make the last tackle on that one. And then both teams talking about it on the play call. Norwalk getting ready at Rena. On the throw, looking for his wide receiver, and gets a nice completion on that one. That was number 5, Jeremiah Scott, senior captain, but again, still long field possession on the 4th down.
Yeah, it's a nice little passing look there from Norwalk, once again on 3rd down, but again, when they put themselves behind the sticks on 1st and 2nd down, it doesn't really help them too much. That's going to bring up another 4th and long here for the Bears.
Well, looks like Norwalk's play call will be going to the punt. Number 85, Yair Rodriguez, the senior. Going for another punt for the Bears. Just over 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Short snap, Rodriguez's kick. Short, caught by Darien. And Ryan Gerlamo's running with that one, trying to create a nice little hole, and he will be pushed out of bounds at about Norwalk's 48-yard line.
It's a nice job tracking and fielding the punt there from Gerlamo as he uses the momentum to take him further up the field there, right off the catch, as well as good pressure from this Darien, from the Darien special teams unit. Almost got the block there.
Indeed, it is Ryan Gerlamo, one of the best players on this Darien team, using all that skill. And senior captain, of course, last year we saw him a lot on the defensive end, but even this year we've seen him on the offensive side of the ball, bringing in a lot of rushes for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, he's been a really nice weapon out of the backfield, not only handing it off to him, but also with those running back screens that they like to use. And not to mention he's really good at turning over the ball there on defense.
You know, Declan Cunningham taking it himself. He's got a nice pocket as he'll be pushed out of bounds. And it looks like Darien will get the first down on that one, and we'll move the chains.
Another nice run there from Cunningham that we saw a lot of at the end of last week's game, which really set them up for that insurance field goal that put them up 8 and eventually got them the win. Darien will probably look to milk some of the clock here as it's rolling down to 2 minutes. Don't really want to give Norwalk an extra possession here in the second half, in this first half.
Cunningham looking for it. He's going to throw a nice short pass out to Connor Lane. Connor Lane finding a nice hole and will be tackled out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
That's a nice concentration there from Connor Lane making that catch over the middle. He bobbled it for a second, but managed to regain it and make his way across the field and get upfield for some nice yardage there.
So Darien, Cunningham, and Shelton in the backfield. Just under 2 minutes left to go before half. Cunningham fakes the handoff to Shelton. High throw into the end zone. Looks like he was looking for Will Bonner on that one, but incomplete. A lot of the Norwalk Bears secondary all over him.
Just overthrew Bonner there in the end zone. Almost a really nice play from the Darien offense there on the longer pass that we don't really see much of from them.
So Darien, second down and 10. Wanting to get another score before going into halftime. Rooney in motion. Cunningham finding Rooney on a short throw, and looks like that one hit the ground on that one. So
it looks like they did call it a fumble, but when Rooney picked it back up, it looks like he was already on his knees, so I think they're going to call him down behind the line of scrimmage there.
And so had possession of that ball, but slipping out of his hands, but recovering that one and getting a much-needed not turnover opportunity for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, definitely that would have been a pretty poor mistake there from the Blue Wave offense. It would have really killed the momentum they have so far going into the end of this first half.
You know, the Darien offense thinking about what to do next. Big play here for Darien, third down and 10. Calling it over Darien tight end Kevin Roche getting into position. Haven't heard his name a lot today. We'll see if we will hear his name in Darien in the red zone. Cunningham faking a handoff to Shelton. He's going to take it himself. Has a nice pocket. Connor Lane on the block. Going near the goal line. He will be tackled way out of bounds and puts Darien at a nice first and goal opportunity.
It's another nice block there from Connor Lane. Set up the run there from Cunningham. You saw Connor Lane at the end of the play asking the ref for a flag there. for late hit out of bounds, but I think it was pretty clean there from the Bears defense there.
So Darien having the ball on the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Wave. Wave have been pretty quiet in the red zone this year. Cunningham giving the handoff to Clifton Shelton. He'll be tackled down close to the goal line. And it looks like we'll be tackled down at about the 1-yard line. No 2nd and goal from the Darien Blue Wave.
It's a nice stand there from the Bears, stopping him close to the goal line. Let's see if they can keep it up here as the clock runs now under a minute.
Cunningham trying to find his man, and he's got it. Charlie Tom.
Another
And
nice play from Charlie Tom there, going up and making that high point grab for the Darien touchdown.
You take another look at Tom right there. Ball looked like it slipped a little bit out of Declan Cunningham's hand, but Charlie Tom there to bring in his first touchdown of the season for this varsity squad.
It's a really nice job from Darien getting the touchdown, not leaving too much time on the clock. Only 49 seconds here for this Norwalk Bears offense to go do something. Not a lot of time, but let's see if they can pull something off here at the end of
Sikora
the
on
first
the
half.
PAT. And that one is up. And Darien will go up 21-0. Watching this game on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Liam Tomaszewski, Thomas Ponte, so glad you could be here. We just saw a great drive from the Darien offense. Now Norwalk probably going to get at least one more opportunity on the offensive drive. What do you think they're going to have to do?
They're going to have to definitely open up this passing game. Darien's going to play it pretty safe with their coverages, but if they can find the space in Darien's zone or make space off of man coverage, if that's what Darien decides to play, they can definitely start to move the ball up the field. They have their timeouts. They still have 49 seconds. Let's see if they can at least set themselves up for a field goal here.
Anson Sikora getting ready on the kick after the nice offensive possession from the Blue Wave. Sikora's kick a little short. Caught by Norwalk. Gonna have a little bit of pocket to run with, and will be tackled down at about the 40-yard line.
That's a nice break there for the Norwalk offense there. It's going to set them up with nice field position just before their own 40-yard line. It's going to make it much easier to use their last seconds here.
Mason Rena and the Norwalk Bears offense getting ready to go. 43 seconds left to go before halftime. Gonna try to make at least one last push. Rena handing it off, using the speed of the running back, and will be tackled down. Number 21, Ethan Hudson, the junior running back for the Norwalk Bears.
It looks like with that play, Norwalk is just content with running out the clock here, as they don't need to snap another play here. We'll see if they do, but based on the way they're standing around, doesn't look like they're going to do much here.
And so Norwalk Bears do not need to make another play of scrimmage. So
interesting decision there, but I guess they just want to protect against possibly turning the ball over and putting themselves in an even larger hole going into the second half here.
And so we will go into halftime. The Darien Blue Wave up 21-0. And Thomas, what are your thoughts on that first half of play?
Darien looked a lot better than they have offensively the last couple weeks. Really nice job moving the ball down the field. Darien's defense continues to look solid, keeping the shutout going here. Overall, really nice complimentary football from Darien.
And so your score 21-0 going into halftime. You're watching this game on the DAF Media Network. We'll be right back in just about a little under 15 minutes to go in halftime, and we're right back.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all of this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and they offered to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization. This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all of this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
And back here live on the DAF Media Network, want to give one quick shout out to our Darien fan watching this game, Catherine Alter, giving you a quick shout out. Thank you for watching this Darien varsity football game on the DAF Media Network. But Thomas, we're coming out of the halftime. What do you think both these teams have to do coming out of halftime?
Starting with Norwalk, offensively, Norwalk has to get their running game going. It was pretty dormant once again for this team. Their passing game looks a little bit better in the second quarter, but if they get this running game going, it will definitely help get those good yardage early on in the drive. With their defense, they're going to need to find a way to defend against the running ability and take it away, the running ability of Cunningham, Darien's quarterback. He's really been killing them with that ability so far this time. And then for Darien, offensively, they just need to keep pretty much doing what they're doing, maybe establish a little bit more of a running game. Their passing games look great so far in this game. And defensively, Darien needs to keep making the stops. The turnovers, I think, will come for them. But they've been really solid defensively, especially with putting pressure in the backfield and getting Norwalk behind the sticks early on in their drives.
Indeed, it is. Saw a lot of action from the Darien offense and defense throughout that first half of play. And you see there on your screen, Norwalk coming out of that halftime break. Norwalk needing a spark on the offense and defensive side, because they need to try to create something here and get more points on the board.
Yeah, they can definitely try to create a spark with this opening kickoff here in the second half. As Norwalk will receiving the ball, if they get a nice kickoff will set up good field position, that will give them nice momentum going into their first drive here.
Of course, we saw this FCIAC matchup last year at the DHS Stadium Field, the second under the lights game. Back on November 4th, the Darien Blue Waves defeated the Norwalk Bears 49-0. So huge scoring deficits we've seen all throughout the years between the Bears and the Wave. And this game sitting at 21-0 going into the third quarter.
Yeah, Darien have definitely been the dominant side of this rivalry. But let's see if Norwalk has an answer here in this second half of play.
Yeah, indeed. And as for Darien, they're sitting at the #1 spot in the FCIAC East standing. So this game huge on the implications, of course, running up with those other teams in the FCIAC East. Fairfield Ludlow sitting at 3-0, and New Canaan 2-1 with their loss to the Shelton Gales in the first game of the season. So, of course, the FCIAC East and the whole FCIAC conference as a whole very dominant, but Darien needing to pick up these key wins to be able to sit well in the Class L standings. As kickoff here from Socorro, starting off short, picked up from the Bears, and tackled down at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, as you were just saying there, every FCIAC win is crucial and very important to any FCIAC team. So even if Darien has to make sure that they win the games they should win, including this one, so that they can set themselves up to have a good game against the harder rivalry games later on in the season.
So Norwalk in their home green jerseys, moving from right to left on your screen. Darien in their way white, moving from left to right. Rena is going to take himself out to the left, throws it, trying to find open receiver, and that one will be hauled in for the catch. Nice offensive play there from the Bears. That was number 15, Kevin Gordon. Of course, we saw him on the special teams in that second half of play, had that nice kick return for about 35 yards, but
it's a great catch by Gordon there, and it looks like they'll get an extra 15 yards tacked onto it. The unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer there.
Roughing the passer penalty for the Blue Wave, and the Norwalk Bears getting into great field possession here on just one play in the third quarter.
Looks like Rena might have been a little shaken up on that play, but looks to be a little bit better right now.
Indeed it is. Nevertheless, the Norwalk Bears having great field position at the 44-yard line. Excuse me, the refs moving the ball up with 15 yards. So Norwalk Bears wide receiver Gordon will be out at the 44-yard line, but 15 yards tacked on to the end of that play, and now they will have field possession at the 29. Arena trying to make a push after the flag. Being under pressure, high throw will go over the hand of Norwalk wide receiver. That was number 3, Aaron Boyk. See the Arena under pressure from the Darien defensive line and going right over hands of the Norwalk wide receiver.
Yeah, again, some more good pressure there from Darien, forcing the inaccurate pass there by Rena. And setting up a 2nd and 10.
No, second down and 10. Rena again under pressure, long throw going towards the end zone, and that will be intercepted by the Wave. Nice clean interception there. Looks like that was number 7, Ryan Gerlamo, picking up another interception for the Darien Blue Wave.
Yeah, who else but Gerlamo coming up with a big play for Darien. As I said, going to the half here, the turnovers were coming from Darien. They're a solid defensive unit, and it seems like pretty much all that defense does is get turnover after turnover after turnover, and that's a huge stop there from Darien as this Norwalk offense came out with a couple huge plays to start off this second half.
And the Darien defense, 7 interceptions on the season so far. A statistic we have not seen from the Blue Wave in a long time. Their defense, one of the best in the FCIAC. As Darien getting field position at about the 28, 29-yard line. Excuse me, 24, 25-yard line is Cunningham looking to throw right out to the middle. That one incomplete, trying to look for his big tight end, Kevin Roche.
Yeah, just threw it behind Roche there. Roche unable to make the adjustment to make the pass, to make the catch there, but nice job by Roche getting open there.
Cunningham again. Got his wide receivers and tight ends to his left and right. Rooney in motion Wide receiver handoff. The jet sweep. Trying to find Rooney. And we'll get tackled down at about the line of scrimmage.
Nice job tracking the jet sweep there from the Norwalk defense and swarming to the football to take him for no gain on the play.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Wave at the 23-yard line. We've gone deep in the Darien Blue Wave offensive playbook. The jet sweeps, the wide receiver laterals. I mean, we've seen it all here.
Yeah, they're really
Norwalk High School.
Really pulling out all the stops here. Try to stretch this Norwalk defense. So far, a couple big plays haven't really worked out. But let's see.
Cunningham gets a nice pass. That one going out for some extra yardage. Nice play there. Number 4, Luke Caesar, hauling that 3rd down in for the Wave and setting up a nice 1st and 10 for the Darien Blue Wave.
Those are some crucial yards after catch there by Caesar, not making sure that he doesn't get tackled right there at the point of contact and making sure that he gets those extra yards to get the 1st down there.
It looked like on now he was going to be tackled a little bit short of the 1st down marker, but made a nice extra push for those 2 or 3 yards. And I mean, those 2 or 3 yards add up when it comes down to getting that 1st down.
Exactly.
Cunningham, Rooney out in motion, finding Roche again, but that one will go high above his hands.
Looks like the ball might still be a little bit slippery out there, even though the rain has stopped. The field is still very wet. Again, that's another pass that Roche has been unable to hold on to there.
Yeah, Kevin Roche has seen a lot of targets in this game, but hasn't been able to bring in one for the Darien Blue Wave. So Cunningham, 2nd down and 10. Norwalk needing another big stop. Cunningham fakes the handoff to Rooney. He's going to take it himself, and he's got a nice wide open lane down by the Darien sideline, and he will run it right out of bounds for another Blue Wave 1st down.
That was a nice move by Cunningham on the line of scrimmage, juking out the Norwalk defender there and taking that wide open field up to the 1st down marker.
Being a versatile and two-way quarterback is key for success, and we have seen it in the senior cornerback, Declan Cunningham, using those feet. And today we've seen his arm bringing in some nice passes for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, the Darien offense play calling has done a really nice job using both sides of his ability.
Cunningham looking out deep. Roche is there. And a lot of coverage on that one. Looks like he was double teamed and incomplete, and it will be 2nd and 10 for the Wave.
Nice job. Norwalk secondary keeping Roche covered all the way down the field and not letting him get past and over them.
A lot of coverage there from senior captain safety Savas Kadonas. Cunningham faking the throw. He will hand it off to Clifton Shelton, who gets a nice look at it. And he'll get about a nice gain of 5.
It's a really important gain of 5 there for the Darien defense, for the Darien offense, making this 3rd down much more manageable as they now cross over into Norwalk's half of the field.
Running the football in an important part of the game, being able to use the speed of the running backs. We're bringing up a 3rd down and 6. Rooney in motion. Cunningham is going to hand it off to the big unit, Charlie Tom. He's got a nice straightaway, and Norwalk will tackle him down at about the 19, 18-yard line. Huge run from the junior tight end, Tom.
Yes, that's some great blocking up front by the Darien offense. And it's really interesting to see how the Darien play calling is using Tom not only as a tight end, but out of the backfield. I think it's really catching this Norwalk defense offside, as they didn't expect someone as big as Tom rolling through the middle of the field there.
Yeah, Darien splitting the rushing time between Shelton Gerlamo and now Tom throughout this season. And bringing in a nice big 1st down for the Blue Wave going into scoring position. As Cunningham again handing it off to Tom, but he will be stopped at about the line of scrimmage. You think Charlie Tom, not a usual player you would think being given the football on the rush, but using that fullback status to his advantage.
Yeah, they've been using him really nicely so far. continue to line up in the backfield for this play.
Cunningham. Short, quick pass out to Charlie Tom, and he goes into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. Charlie Tom reeling it in for the Darien Blue Wave as they go up 27-0.
Again, that's a really good play call offensively from this Darien coaching staff. Cunningham's going to fake the run, and Tom's just going to slip through the middle into open space, and she's going to dump it off over the offensive line there for the touchdown.
And Charlie Tom, his second touchdown in this game for the Blue Wave. And now Anson Sikora on the PATs. Of course, that percentage at 100. Sikora. And that one is up. And the Blue Wave go up 28-0.
It's a great job from this Darien offense converting the turnover into points, something they really struggled with last game as the defense had many turnovers that did not get converted into points by the offense. So that's a great step forward for this Darien team.
Of course, you're watching this game to DAF Media Network. Want to give one quick shout out to our DAF Media crew, bringing you all the sights and sounds in this one. Eric Bellingham, Brian Taylor, Dalton Moss, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew, doing a great job on what was a rainy day. We've seen it clear up a little bit here at Norwalk High School, but in the forecast, looks like it's going to go out throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah, really fortunate for both sides today that the weather cleared up for game time here a little bit, enough so that they can play a good game here.
So Sikora getting ready with it. No, Sikora on the kick. I've seen a lot of kicks in this game, and that will go short. Again, Norwalk. And that one will go out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
It's a nice job from Norwalk special team unit not touching that one and letting that roll out for a penalty.
No penalty there against the Darien Blue Wave. Norwalk getting good field possession. And that one will simply just be kicking out of bounds. So both these teams talking it out. Norwalk getting ready in their offensive huddle. Rena looking out to his right, under pressure. Nice throw there, but that one will fall out of the hands of the wide receiver.
Yeah, I think he just heard the footsteps of the charging Darien defenders coming at him and maybe just took his eye off the football and unable to hold on to that one.
It was number 15, Kevin Gordon. Heard his name a lot, of course, on the special teams and the offensive try. Rena getting the snap, going up the middle, taking it himself. Darien defense ready to make the play. And he'll get about a gain of 3 before being brought down by the overwhelming Darien defensive line.
Not a bad run there from Rena. Did a nice job holding onto the ball there as Darien was really trying to rip it out there as he was getting tackled. Sets him up for a little bit of a more manageable third down, but still third and long.
So Norwalk Bears and Mason Rena at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 7. High throw, finding an open receiver, and he's got one. Being tackled at about the 50-yard line, number 16, Phoenix Diorno.
Nice job by Diorno. Finding the space in the zone there from Darien.
Norwalk on pursuit, trying to get good field position.
So that was a good job by the Norwalk offensive line, picking up the extra pressure there that Darien sent. Good quick release from Rena to counteract that pressure as well.
A big play here. First down and 10 for the Bears. Handing it off, getting a nice hold, a running back. And we'll get that. He'll probably get about a gain of 9. Flag will be thrown at the end of the play. Looked like that was Jaden Diaz. Nice rush.
It's a really nice rush there from Diaz, bouncing it out to the outside after the middle was clogged up there. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like Darien's going to get called for targeting there. As the defender looks like he led with the helmet as he made a tackle on Diaz, and that's going to tack on.
So giving the Bears good field position.
With the extra penalty yards, the Bears are going to be just outside the red zone as they look to convert their first score of the game.
So the ball being on the 25-yard line. Norwalk High School student section in big numbers tonight. As Rena will hand it off, getting about a gain of 5 yards before being tackled. I'm not sure, it looks like Darien defenders pointing in their favor, but nevertheless, great run there from the Bears for about 5 yards.
Yeah, it looks like that ball came out just after Diaz's knee hit the ground there, so I think it's going to be, looks like it's going to be still Norwalk ball.
Arena gonna hand it off. Nice lane there for the Bears. But that one will be taken down. That was number 21, Ethan Hudson, the running back.
It's a nice hole that the Bears created there on the offensive line. Nice block from number 64 there. A good tackle in space by Gerlamo to stop that run from going for even more and possibly a touchdown.
And without Gerlamo's tackle on that one, he looked like he had a wide open lane going into the end zone. Norwalk, big opportunity for them, trying to capitalize in the red zone. Norwalk on the play, handing it off, and will be again tackled by that Darien D.
Nice shot from Darien there again. Clawing out the middle, but not letting the run bounce out to the outside for positive yardage. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 9 here within the red zone.
So 2nd down and 9 for the Bears. Ball on the 9-yard line. Rena trying to find an open man. Darien defender going down and hauling it in for the Norwalk TD. There's number 16, Phoenix Diornio on the touchdown, and Norwalk will go on the scoreboard.
It's a really nice throw by Rena, finding the open man there as Darien defender slips. Unfortunate mistake there.
And so number 2, Sean McGarren, tripping up in the defensive back coverage, and that will give the Norwalk Bears their first score of the game.
It's a strong answering drive there from Norwalk.
And Rodriguez's PAT will be up and good. So all his statistics up on there, and Norwalk still down by 3 scores, but hey, they get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a really important drive for Norwalk. Definitely feels a lot better to get up on the scoreboard, not just have a 0 there. Let's see if they can take their momentum from this drive into their defense and maybe try to poise a comeback here late on in the 3rd quarter.
And of course, bringing it up now with the history of Testa Field, of course, going to be the site of the new Norwalk High School, going to be built right on top of Testa Field. So it'll be built after the conclusion of the football season in 2023, and it expected construction time to take about a couple years, and hoping to open by like 2027, 2028 season.
Yep, it should be a nice new school, nice new facilities for this Norwalk team.
The new high school will be built on top of Testa Field right now, and then the old high school will be demolished, and that's where we'll be building a new football field. Rodriguez's kick, a little short. Rooney there to pick it up. He's got nice lane. He's going on that one, going by the Darien sideline. He's using all those legs, and will be tackled down at about the 45.
Another great play by Rooney there. Nice return. Finding the open space on the edge. Turning it upfield.
Special teams a key part of trying to make plays, and it looks like we'll have Darien player down on the sideline. We talked things over. Nice play on the special teams, but overall, what do you think Darien has doing this offensive push?
I think they have to try to get their running game established a little bit more here. Other than with Cunningham, I think they have good running backs they can definitely do it with. They can definitely build holes for their running backs, push through and push this offense forward. They've done a nice job in the passing game and with the quarterback run, so if they just continue to do that, I think they'll have no problem winning this game.
Yeah, so you scored 28-7 there in the favor of Darien. We're going to take a quick break on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be right back. And back here live on the DAF Media Network, your score 28-7 in favor of the Blue Wave. And first down and 10 after the nice special teams. Cunningham going to fake the handoff to Shelton. Going to take it himself again, head on that nice pocket, and he'll just run out of bounds for about a gain of 3.
Again, Cunningham showing his ability to evade pressure and make positive yardage out of what sometimes seems like a lost situation there in the backfield.
So second down and 7 for the Blue Wave. Where's Darien in their away white jerseys, Norwalk in their home green. Receivers out to his left and right. Cunningham. Fake the handoff to Bonner, finding Kevin Roche for a nice gain. He's still going. Kevin Roche bringing in his first catch of the day.
It's a really nice move to the middle of the field there by Kevin Roche. That's what got him the extra yards there after the catch, as he had really nice space there up the middle of the field.
Yeah, indeed it is, and bringing in another first down and 10 for the Blue Wave. Darien offense rolling throughout this game. Caesar in motion, going behind Cunningham. Looks to his left, finds Shelton on the receiving play. And that one going in the end zone for a Darien touchdown. Clifton Shelton with the receiving touchdown, and Darien increasing their lead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, another nice block upfield from the Darien wide receivers. Looked like Will Bonner that time with the block, creating that space for Shelton to go all the way to the end zone there. Great play call as they faked to the wide receiver screen with the motion. Norwalk had the screen covered off, but they didn't see Shelton coming out of the other side of the backfield for the pass.
So Anson Sikora going up for another PAT. And Sikora's kick is up and through. And Darien will lead 35-7 with just under a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter of play.
It's a nice drive there. It allows Darien keep the wind in their sails as they move on to the fourth quarter here, as the third quarter winds down. Be pretty interesting to see how the Darien defense bounces back after letting up their first points since their first game versus McMahon, as the only 2 points that Fairfield scored was off of a safety there that game. So
I think this game, a good example for Darien of how they're gelling well together. We've seen action from all over different places. Connor Lane, Clifton Shelton, Declan Cunningham. I mean, you name it. I mean, all the names from the Darien offense are playing really well in this game.
yeah, Darien is doing a really nice job using all their weapons across the board, including their tight ends, wide receivers, running backs, quarterback. They've really been showing the skill set of all their players, and that's really been contributing to the 35 points that they put up so far.
So Socora's kick. Again, a little short. This one going deeper, though. Going to be caught by the Bears at about the 9-yard line, getting a nice lane, but will be tackled down at about the 25. Norwalk again coming out for an offensive pursuit after scoring their lone touchdown in the game on their last drive.
See if they can keep that offensive ball movement going here.
And nice play there from Norwalk. And a nice catch by number 5, Jeremiah Scott. And overall, great connection from Rena to Scott on that one.
Yeah, this Norwalk offense has looked a lot better coming out of this second half. Of course, unfortunately, one of their drives ended with the turnover deep in Darien, half of the field. But with them being able to put a touchdown on the board and having a nice play there on first down, let's see if they can continue this offensive good play.
So both teams talking about it. Norwalk 2nd and 5. Game clock running out going into the third quarter, but we'll need to do one play. Rena handing it off to his running back, and he will go down. He will only get a short gain on that one. So 3rd down and 4 for the Bears. We'll see if they will do another play before the end of the third quarter.
Looks like Norwalk will probably take this opportunity with the break between 3rd and 4th to talk this 3rd down over and convert it with a good play.
Yeah, so time running out. And bring you to the end of the third quarter of play. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back in the DAF Media Network for the fourth quarter of action between Darien and Norwalk. And we are back here live in the DAF Media Network. We're going to take a quick look at Darien Blue Wave football upcoming schedule. Of course, a highly anticipated matchup. Of course, next week they have the bye week in week 5, but for week 6, they're going to take on defending Class AA state championship or champions in the Greenwich Cardinals, and then we'll have a nice slew of home FCIAC games against the Fairfield Ludlow Falcons, Wilton Warriors, and Ward Mustangs, and then we'll be away against Bridgewater Central Hilltoppers going late into this season. But overall, Thomas, they're playing Greenwich after the bye week, and overall, Darien, we've seen a lot of offense and defense in this game, and with Darien's heavy defense, it's going to be tough to go against the defending state champions of the Greenwich Cardinals. As Rena throws, high ball, looking for a receiver. That one's intercepted. None other than Ryan Gerlamo, taking it, using all that baseball speed. And we'll get down at about the 25-yard line.
Another great defensive play from Gerlamo, identifying where the pass was going and getting to the ball before the wide receiver was. before the wide receiver did, taking it for a nice gain downfield. It's going to set the offense in perfect position to take an even further lead in this one.
Another turnover for the Darien Blue Wave. Of course, I was saying the Blue Wave taking on the Cardinals after the Week 5 bye. Overall, what do you think you're going to have to do to overcome the Cardinals in that game?
Yeah, having a bye before the big game versus the Cardinals will definitely be what Darien would have wanted coming into the season. They're going to need to continue to play good offense, as we've seen here today, and make turnovers, as we just saw right now, to defeat that Cardinal offense. They're a really sound team overall, the Greenwich Cardinals, but all the games coming up for Darien are very crucial FCIAC matchups that they will need to see through each one.
So Declan Cunningham back out there with senior captain Clifton Shelton in the backfield. Cunningham, he's going to fake the throw, hand it off to Clifton Shelton, wide open and going into the end zone. Touchdown, Darien. Clifton Shelton bringing in his second touchdown of the game.
Another great hole there, opened up by the offensive line. Nice play calling there to get the wide receivers moving away from the middle of the field to the sidelines and building and keeping that hole wide open in the secondary as well.
Oh, huge run from Clifton Shelton, his second touchdown of the game. And Darien just adding to the score. Anson Sikora again on the PAT. And that one up again for Sikora. That one is good. And your score 42-7.
It's definitely the most ideal way for Darien to open up this fourth quarter. Maybe not what this Norwalk team was expecting here, but a great turnover there from Girolamo, setting up the big play for the offense there.
Ryan Girolamo, an explosive player. No other word to put it. Interceptions, we've seen him on the defensive and offensive fronts. And he's just a player that you have to watch out for if you're playing Darien.
Yeah, his versatility on both sides of the ball makes him such a game changer on the football field. He's a great asset to this Darien team. And honestly, I don't know where they would be without him so far this season. He's really helped them to propel them to a 3-0 start so far and looking like 4-0 as time continues to tick here.
Indeed it is, Darien looking like that 4-0 team as Sikora's kick will go deep, and that one going out of bounds. Of course, the flag will be thrown on that one, close to being a touchback, but that one going right out of bounds.
Those penalties are not a big deal so far in this game with the big lead, but Sikora's going to have to make sure that he cleans up on those going forward, especially against teams like Greenwich, because they cannot afford to give up extra yardage there and give teams the opportunity to start drives all the way up the field like they're doing now with Norwalk.
So Norwalk on the offensive pursuit. Rena. Darien playing blitz again, handing it off to Diaz, and he'll go there for a loss of about 2.
It's a great tackle in the backfield there. Exploding right through the offensive line of the Norwalk defense, or the Norwalk offense.
So again, Norwalk 2nd and 12. That one will go for a loss of 2 yards. Lots of hard defensive stops from this Darien Blue Wave team, and they haven't let up throughout the entirety of this game as Rena will take it himself. And Darien there again to make the necessary play as that one will go back to about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Norwalk has been trying to establish their QB run side of the offense. But unfortunately, every time they try to go up the middle there, the hole closes very quickly. And unfortunately for them, unable to pick up many positive yardages on those plays.
Rena Throwing out deep, high, trying to find his man, and again, Ryan Girolamo there to make another stop. And he just keeps going, and this game highlighted by Ryan Girolamo.
Yeah, he is having such a season so far. Really unstoppable player, taking advantage of looks like a little bit of miscommunication there from the quarterback and the wide receiver, as the wide receiver just kept running there, and Rita just kind of threw it up, maybe thinking that the wide receiver was going to stop shorter than he actually did, and Girolamo just eats that up for the big turnover.
So another turnover from the Norwalk Bears.
Darien going to be set with another great spot just outside the red zone.
So Cunningham in the blue wave again, faking the handoff to Rooney, but that one incomplete. 2nd down and 10. So Cunningham looks like finding Rooney on that play, getting a nice run. And we'll get there for about a gain of 3.
It's a nice break of the tackle there by Rooney out in the backfield. It could have been a nice tackle for loss there for Norwalk, but making the defender miss and moving up the field.
So Darien 3rd and short. Seeing them convert on 3rd downs a lot today. Cunningham gonna hand it off to Rooney. He will be stopped at the Norwalk defensive line, and that looks like will be very close to that 1st down marker, but looks like he'll be just short.
Yeah, it's a really nice 3rd down stop from Norwalk's defense. But it looks like Darien will keep their offense on the field.
So no gain on that play. Cunningham. Darien going for it on 4th down. Gives it to Charlie Tom. And Charlie Tom there to reel in another Darien 1st down.
Again, another nice roll-out play there from Cunningham as they keep Charlie Tom open on the side of the field right in the flat and get him the ball for the necessary yardage for the 1st down.
It looks like 1st down and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line. Darien talking it over. Of course, we got the couple faithfuls coming out. Of course, the rain stopped, but over there you see the the Darien fan section over there. Nice job by Director Eric Bellingham to bring you that shot. And Darien will be stopped, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Nice job from the Norwalk defense there, closing up any holes the offensive line was trying to create there. Keeping that gain to a minimum.
Watching this game on the DAF Media Network, joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. So glad you could be here to watch this varsity football contest.
Nice job by Darien staying patient here despite being so close to the end zone as they just try to keep this clock running and get out with a win here as soon as possible.
So 2nd and goal, receivers out to Cunningham's left and right. Cunningham is going to hand that one off, and that one going near the end zone. Touchdown, Darien. Nice play there from Darien. And adding to the Wave score.
It's a really nice job bouncing that run off to the outside. And finding the space needed to convert that play into the end zone. Looks like Patrick Gately there with the run.
So number 82, Patrick Gately, running that in. First varsity career touchdown for the junior. Darien looks like bringing in their backup players, and Anson Sikora's kick is up, and Darien goes up 49-7. So clock running down, about 3:50 left to go. Darien played an explosive game. Thomas, what'd you like from this Darien team throughout the entirety of this game?
I like their offensive play calling was really well done today. They really had Norwalk defense on their toes with their trick plays, with their many different looks. They used their vertical ability really well to move the ball down the field, go for the big plays, something that we didn't really see too much last game, as well as they did a nice job using Cunningham's ability to run and pass the ball very equally there. It's really put them in a nice position to, on each drive, to just move the ball and get the points.
So Sikora with the deep kick, bobbled by Norwalk, just trying to put that one down. And again, on the special teams, Norwalk trying to capitalize, but they will down that one. With just minutes ticking off left to go in this game.
Nice job by number 21, Hudson, there to get right back on the ball. Now let Darien get another turnover there. That would even allow them to further pile on some more points.
What? Arena handing it off to Diaz. Diaz getting a nice little run at it, but will be get for about a gain of 6.
It's a nice job finding the hole there by Diaz. Putting his shoulder down at the end of the play to just gain an extra yard or two and move the chains. As now this clock rolls under 2 minutes.
So Mason Rena and the Bears. Gonna hand it off. Refs will blow the whistle. Flag thrown, and see if that'll be a false start on the Bears, and looks like it will be. So now 1st and 15 for Norwalk.
See if Norwalk tries to take any shots down the field. Don't really have anything to lose at this point. Of course, they don't want to force any turnovers, but down 49-7, might as well try to develop something here.
Rena gonna hand it off again to his running back. Forget about nice gain, but Darien defense there to make the play.
And Norwalk only need to run one more play here. The game clock is at 45 and the play clock at 32.
And that clock running out. Rena gonna again take it himself, but Darien defense there to make another crucial stop.
Looks like that final play will do it here.
And the seconds ticking down, and that will do it here from Friday night at Testa Field. Darien, your victors, 49-7. And a big game offensive explosion from the Darien Blue Wave. And Thomas, both these teams are going into the bye week and then playing their respective FCIAC matchups. So what do you think both these teams' mindsets are going to be going into the bye week?
I think Darien will be a lot happier with how they played this week. Really made a statement on offense. I think they can take that momentum and continue to work with it through the bye week as they get ready for their tough Greenwich opponent for Norwalk. I think they're going to have to continue to make adjustments as they're left with only 7 points here in this game. They're going to need to be able to establish a running game more, as well as continue to expand their passing game that had some really nice bright spots at some points in this game.
Yeah, indeed it is. Darien's both offense and defense did things that we did not see in their game against Fairfield Prep, so making those necessary adjustments. And then after the bye week, going into that big game against the Greenwich Cardinals is going to be one that's been marked on the calendar since when schedule's released.
Exactly. They're going to have this one lined up for they had this one lined up for the season, and they're just going to try to go into it with a lot of fight, a lot of high-level play. Of course, Ryan Guillermo is going to be a big part of that game, as he's been in every game so far. He's continued to make himself a game-changing player and a player to watch each game.
And so indeed it is, and your final score 49-7 here on the DAF Media Network. Want to give one final shout out to our great DAF Media broadcast group, bringing you all the sights and sounds. In this one, Dalton Moss, Brian Taylor, Eric Bellingham, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew, trying to ditch the rain in this game. But your final score 49-7. You watch this on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Life Foundation. I've been Liam Tomaszewski. An overall great game, and we'll see you next time on the DAF Media Network.